Good day, great minds. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a church flyer for crossover service. So the next thing I want to do is to create a new document. So the width of my document was 1080 pixels and the height 1350. My resolution was 300 resolution and the color mode was RGB. So I'll click on create. So I'll bring in the first background. I'll resize this and leave it at this position. So I'm going to be applying color balance on this. I'll go to image, adjustments, and then color balance. And that's okay for me. I'll click on OK. I'll apply also camera raw filter. I'll go to filter menu, camera raw. And then I'll come to the bottom right here. I'll increase the texture, the clarity, and the vibrance. I increase it to about 60. And that's okay. Then I'll click on OK. So I'm going to apply a brush effect at the center here to give me a reflection of light. So I'm going to add layer masks to this layer here and pick up my brush tool and increase the size of my brush, and that's okay. I make sure my foreground color is set at black. Then I'll click at the center here, click again, and click again, and that's okay. So I'm also going to be darkening the bottom part of this background. So I'll pick up the create new layer here. I'll click on the create new layer and pick up my brush and then reduce the size of my brush this time around and swift below here and resize this a little bit. So why I'm doing this is to put an end to the reflection of light. I don't want the reflection of light to reach this part of the background, so that it will look like a daytime, when light is reflecting in the day period. There are some parts of the environment in which the light does not affect. So like this part of the environment, the reflection of light does not affect this part. So that's okay. Next thing I'm going to do now is to blur this background, to blur the background. So I'm going to click on the background and I'll be applying motion blur. I'll click on filter menu and then blur and motion blur. So I'll leave my motion blur at 33 degree and then I'll click on OK. That's alright. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in the next resource. So my next resource is this. I'll bring in the watch and drag into my interface and then resize this here and take it to the right. And I'll be applying a blending mode on this. I'll choose soft light here and resize this again. So let me erase the unwanted part in this. So I pick up my brush tool and erase the unwanted parts around the clock, and that's okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do again is to bring in the next resource and this. So I'll take this up here and resize it, and that's okay. So I'll apply a blending mode on this image. I'll come over here and select vivid light, and that's okay. So I'll reduce the opacity of the vivid light a little bit, and that's okay. And then I'll erase the unwanted part in this image. That's good. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do now is to bring in the image of the minister. So I'll come over to my File Explorer and click and drag into the interface. So I'll go over again and click and drag and drop it there. So I'll bring in this image on top here. I'll come over to the layer and drag the image here to the top of the layer. That's okay. So I'll be applying a camera raw effect on this image to make the image pop out. I want the image to become beautiful and attractive, so it's looking dusty. So I'm going to come over to my filter, click on camera raw effect, and then zoom into the image. Come here below the bottom right and increase the texture, clarity, a little bit of dehaze and vibrancy, and then I'll click on OK, and that's okay. So you could see that the image has blended into the background. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in the text from the other design. I won't be spending time to type, so I'll just bring in the text from other design. Okay, so we have that here. I'll do same for the other text. So just bring in all the text at once. So now I'll make sure my text are set at the center. Everything is set orderly. Everything is going to be set orderly. The text at the center. Okay, so we have that. So I'm going to bring this one down a little bit again. And you could see the alignment of my text. Everything is well centralized. So that's one of the things that makes up a good design. The balance and the alignment is very, very important. Okay, some other texts are remaining to be included here. So click on this, and drag into this other background. So I'll drop this here and also bring up the other text here. Drop it there. Okay, so the next thing I want to bring in is the rainbow effect. So I'll go over to my File Explorer and click on the rainbow effect I have here and drag. So we have this. So I'll resize this and bring it here to this point. So I needed this rainbow effect to kind of reflect on the rectangle here to make it look realistic, as though the reflection is coming from the sun. A rainbow effect and a reflection of the sun. So that's just the connection. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to subscribe, and if you have benefited from this tutorial, please do well to subscribe to our channel and help us to grow. If you have any question, ask in the comment section below. I am ready to answer every of your questions. Thank you, and see you in our next tutorial.